The 2024 Olympic closing ceremony for the Paris Games is Sunday. Here's what to know about the event. The 2024 Olympics are coming to a close, which means it's almost time to take in the Sunday closing ceremony in Paris. The Olympics officially opened in Paris on Friday, July 26th, though some team events started on July 24th. The last day of athletic competition is August 11th, which is the same day as the closing ceremony. The ceremony featuring a parade of flags and athletes will start at 2 p.m. Eastern Time in the Stade de France. The closing ceremony in Tokyo lasted for about 3 hours. World. The 2024 Olympic closing ceremony for the Paris Games is Sunday. Here's what to know about the event. By Eliza Chasson. August 9th, 2024 /12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time /CBS News. The 2024 Olympics are coming to a close, which means it's almost time to take in the Sunday closing ceremony in Paris. The Olympics officially opened in Paris on Friday, July 26th, though some team events started on July 24th. The last day of athletic competition is August 11th, which is the same day as the closing ceremony. The ceremony featuring a parade of flags and athletes will start at 2 p.m. Eastern Time in the Stade de France. The closing ceremony in Tokyo lasted for about 3 hours. What time is the 2024 Olympic closing ceremony? The closing ceremony is scheduled to begin at 9 p.m. Central European Summer Time, or 3 p.m. Eastern Time, on Sunday, August 11th. Viewers living in the Central Daylight Time Zone can tune in at 2 p.m., while those in the Mountain Daylight Time Zone can check out the closing ceremony at 1 p.m. The ceremony will kick off at noon in the Pacific Daylight Time Zone. Are there any other Olympic events on August 11th? Several athletic competitions are scheduled for Sunday, ahead of the closing ceremony. Women's marathon, women's basketball, cycling, men's handball, women's modern pentathlon, women's volleyball, men's water polo, women's weightlifting, wrestling. What happens at Olympic closing ceremonies? There was a closing ceremony at the 1896 Summer Olympics, the first modern Olympic Games, but it bore only the slightest resemblance to today's ceremonies, according to the Olympics. There are several elements considered key components of the Olympic closing ceremony. First, the head of state of the host country enters along with the International Olympic Committee president. Then the national anthem of the host country is played or sung as the host nation's flag is raised. Other traditional elements include a parade of flags, a parade of athletes, and the handover of the Olympic flag to a representative of the city hosting the Olympics in 4 years, in this case, Los Angeles. Some final medals are also given out during the closing ceremony. At the end, the Olympic flame is extinguished. The closing ceremony is being called Records. Thomas Joly, who was artistic director of the at times controversial opening ceremony, will also be artistic director for the closing ceremony. At the Stade de France, where the greatest stars of athletics and rugby sevens will have competed, the moment will be solemn and emotional, but it will also be a time for celebration, Paris 2024 President Tony Estanguet has said. Finally, the pressure will be off, and everyone will be able to take full advantage of the absolutely exceptional show that is being planned under the direction of Thomas Joly, with the help of all the teams working across the 4 Paris 2024 ceremonies. Innovative, surprising, and brilliant, these ceremonies already promise to be very powerful, just like Records, which has everything it takes to make a mark on the history of closing ceremonies. Who will perform at the Paris closing ceremony? While names of performers have not yet been announced, organizers previously said the Stade de France would be transformed into a gigantic concert hall. There will be more than 100 performers, acrobats, dancers, and circus artists. Organizers said world-renowned singers will complete the picture, with part of the show taking place in the air. We want to celebrate, but consciously. This moment of celebration will also be an opportunity to reflect on the importance of the Olympic Games in our society, Joly previously said. So, I've designed a show in which the Olympic Games disappear once again, and someone comes along and founds them. It's a very visual, very choreographic, very acrobatic show with an operatic dimension to give a great visual fresco and say goodbye to athletes from all over the world. Who is the U.S. flag bearer at the 2024 closing ceremony? Katie Ledecky, who's won more Olympic medals than any other American woman, and gold medalist Nick Mead, a rower, will lead Team USA as flag bearers at the 2024 closing ceremony. Mead will be the first rower to lead Team USA as a closing ceremony flag bearer. After hearing the news, Mead said he had chills and quipped that he needed to get a haircut in a video posted to social media. Ledecky got the news from teammate Bobby Finka. He FaceTimed me to tell me the news, and I started crying, she said. And it's really just such an honor to represent this team with so many great performances this week from all sports. NBA superstar LeBron James and tennis star Coco Gauff were Team USA's flag bearers during the Paris opening ceremony.